This video will take you on an intoxicating expedition across the beautiful African country of Tanzania. Our journey will start on the picturesque archipelago of Zanzibar, in the Indian Ocean. After diving into the reefs and marine conservation areas around the islands, and enjoying the white sand beaches, we will have a botanical excursion on the so-called Spice Island. We will then proceed inland, toward the national parks of Arusha and Serengeti, for exciting wildlife encounters. And finally, as the crown of this adventure, we will summit Africa's highest mountain, Mount Kilimanjaro. Now, let's rewind 3 weeks back in time, and return to the starting point of our expedition, namely to Zanzibar. The archipelago of Zanzibar consists of 3 major and several smaller islands. Scattered along the Tanzanian coastline, from north to south, the main islands are Pemba, which is near the border to Kenya, followed by the island of Unguja, where the city of Zanzibar is located, and the island of Mafia in the far south. The best time to visit the islands of Zanzibar is during the archipelago's dry season, which lasts from July to October. Actually, the islands are worth traveling at most times of the year, with mild temperatures between 28 and 34 degrees Celsius, and sunshine being the norm. A must-do activity around the islands of Pemba and Unguja is scuba diving. Dive centers organize trips to dive spots, either with traditional longboats or sturdy speedboats. Due to the existence of the protected marine conservation areas, the abundance of healthy corals, a large variety of marine life forms, and encounters with dolphin pods, ensure a fulfilling diving or snorkeling experience. The quality of diving in Tanzania can easily match other more famous destinations, such as the Maldives and Seychelles. We recommend planning 5 to 7 days in Zanzibar, including one full day, reserved only for relaxing and recharging your body's energy levels, before continuing your adventure journey inland, with wildlife safaris, and climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Many spectacular hotels along the coastline are ideal for this purpose. Zanzibar is known as the Spice Island for a reason. Throughout history, Zanzibar's identity as a trading hotspot was forged by its location on the trade route from Arabia to Africa, and its abundance of valuable spices. The fertile soil and the suitable climate turned out to be ideal for the production of spices, like cloves, nutmeg, pepper, cinnamon, lemongrass, and of course, several tropical fruits. Spending a few hours to visit a local spice farm is well invested. As one of Africa's most beautiful countries, Tanzania offers a huge variety of geographical highlights. From east to west, there are islands with beautiful beaches surrounded by healthy coral reefs, followed by areas covered with lush rainforest, meteorite craters, valleys, rivers, the volcanic mountain range of Kilimanjaro, and lakes, including Lake Victoria, which is the world's largest tropical freshwater lake. And of course, seemingly endless savanna landscapes in wildlife-rich national parks.
way. Khalifa.
The long dry season, between July and September, is considered the best time for safaris, which also coincides with the Great Migration of wildebeest. An attempt to summit Kilimanjaro is recommended during the same period as well. After landing at the Kilimanjaro International Airport, you will be picked up by your climb operator, drive to your hotel, and join your climbing group for a briefing about the days to come. At 5,895 meters, or 19,340 feet, Mount Kilimanjaro is the tallest mountain on the African continent, and the highest freestanding mountain in the world. There are 6 main routes up Kilimanjaro, which are named Lemasho, Makama, Moraine, Rongai, Shara, and Umwe. The routes vary in length, difficulty, and duration between 5 to 8 days. Mlima Kilimanjaro, as the locals call it, has 3 volcanic cones, namely Malwenzi, Shara, and Kibo. The Uhuru Peak is the highest summit on Kibo's crater rim. Uhuru is a Swahili term, meaning freedom or independence. During the ascent, climbers pass through 5 distinct climate zones. They are, the Cultivation Zone, Rainforest Zone, Heather Moorland Zone, Alpine Desert Zone, and the Arctic Summit Climate Zones. In comparison with the large diversity of animals living in the nearby Kilimanjaro National Park, on the mountain itself, there are just a few notable resident species of mammals. Among the animals of Kilimanjaro are the colobus monkeys. They have a striking black and white appearance, and fluffy white tails, measuring 2 feet long. These monkeys can be seen throughout the rainforest section. Located in Arusha National Park, and 70 kilometers or 43 miles west of Mount Kilimanjaro, is Mount Meru. Standing 4,565 meters, or 14,980 feet in height, Mount Meru is a more approachable climb than Kilimanjaro, and serves as a great standalone hike in its own right. Many trekkers choose to use Mount Meru as an acclimation hike, prior to starting their trek up Africa's highest peak. When speaking about Kilimanjaro, climbing might be a misleading term. There is no technical difficulty involved when climbing Kilimanjaro. It is what's known as a walk-up, a trekking peak, that can be done without an ice axe, ropes, or harnesses. People attempting to summit don't need any technical mountaineering skills at all. In summary, it takes 5 to 8 days in order to reach Uhuru Peak, and then descend to the finishing point. The more days spent on Mount Kilimanjaro, the more likely you will successfully summit, as you will become more acclimatized to the altitude, and will be less fatigued. The overall cost of summiting Kilimanjaro is around $4,500 to $6,000, including the flights, permits, vaccines, insurance, rental gear, the fee of the climb operator, and tips for the members of the climbing crew. Bear in mind that for every climber, the crew consists of 5 people. For a group of 5 climbers, a crew of almost 30 people, including the guide and the assistant guide, a cook, and several porters, is involved. This might appear exaggerated, but please consider that the main source of income in that area is climbing tourism. Besides, as per Tanzanian law, it's illegal to climb Kilimanjaro without a mountain crew. The Kilimanjaro tipping ceremony is an important and fun custom that happens at the end of every climb. Amidst song and dance, climbers give their mountain crew well-deserved tips, money that is an important source of supplementary income. According to the statistics, about 30,000 climbers and 80,000 crew members hike up Kilimanjaro every year. Therefore, on certain days during the high season, the mountaintop can resemble a busy pedestrian street. Climbers might need to wait in long queues for the obligatory picture in front of the famous sign of Africa's highest point, Uluru Peak. We hope that you liked this virtual discovery tour of Tanzania. If yes, then please give a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel. We would also very much appreciate your suggestions in the comments, for the topic of our next video project about activities in the great outdoors. Thank you for watching.